Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing a little bit of maintenance to our car. We are going to go ahead and install a catch can. This catch can I've had for like a couple of months. I've been trying to install it, but then here comes the headers, here comes the intake manifold spacer, a lot of stuff coming in, and sometimes mostly everyone's going to prefer power over maintenance, which is a bad habit that I have. But today we're finally going to install it. So this catch can, I actually bought it in Amazon, so it is an Amazon catch can. However, it was recommended to me by one of my friends that does have a Camaro and does actually have two in his car. So he showed me how it works and everything, so I decided to pull the trigger and make it happen. So I also had to buy the catch can kit, but I also bought some separate stuff such as these PVC cutter, pliers, a little bit more of the hoses, and also a new PCV valve, and I'll let you know why I did that, as well as some extra hardware. All this is going to make the catch can installation possible and easy, and as you already know, I'm going to go step by step on how to install this. So now what we can do, we're going to go ahead and open this catch can, unbox it for you, and then we'll go ahead and install it and then give you a final review as always. So for the unboxing, I'm actually going to show you everything I bought as well. So on my local hardware, I went ahead and bought 2 extra clamps. This is because this kit comes with 2 clamps, but you obviously need 4. Some Teflon tape to make the seals a lot better. I actually got this hose as well from Amazon. This is actually braided. It looks really good. It looks fancy, but it's pretty much for aesthetics. That way it looks good with the catch can. And then of course the PCV valve that I'll be linking, and I'll also tell you why here in a bit right after I do the unboxing. So for the unboxing, first thing we get is a little bit of hose, which is not long enough for us Camaros unless you try to do a different installation that might fit. How I'm going to install it, I need a longer one, but you do have included a little bit of a hose. You're going to get a little bit of filtration media. As you can see, it looks like the ones that you use to clean the dishes, honestly, but it might do something. Then you're going to get your little mount. That way you can mount it wherever you want, which we are going to have to modify this to make sure it fits on the engine. Then we get a little bit of hardware right here. This is you're gonna find the little tips, the connectors, which you're gonna put this inside of the catch can, and here's where the hose comes out. A little bit of rubber bands, that way you get a nice seal from the catch can, and again 2 of these clamps. That's gonna make the installation possible by clamping these together, making sure it's sealed properly. And then the last thing is the catch can. This is the catch can. It has a really good weight to it. It does feel premium, even though arguably it's $40. It might not be, but it honestly feels really good. And it also has a dipstick, something that most of the higher end catch cans don't. So that's one of the things I like. That way you don't have to be opening it all the time. Dipstick, see if it's full or not, and that way you know if it's time to empty that. And other than that, it pretty much just has a manual how to install it on a universal catch can. Keep that in mind, so it's not going to be for a Camaro. And you also get a sticker, which we love here in this channel. So with all this together, we are going to go ahead and install this catch can. Now for the PCV valve, you technically don't need it if you're going to install a catch can, but this PCV valve has 2 hoses right here, 1 hose right there. We are going to actually make the hose a little bit bigger to allow a better flow, and actually this is one of the problems that the engine has itself, and it's said by GM that the flaw they had was that these were too small, and they were fixed later on some of the engines. I don't recall the years, but for us 2011s, I think 2010s, 2011s to be sure, I'll leave the years right here that you do need to make this happen, make them bigger. What this is going to do also is going to allow more pressure or less pressure to build up, but also it's going to allow more oil to come out. So if you do this modification, make sure you do have a catch can, because more oil is going to leave. But in this case, more oil is going to leave, but guess what? We have a catch can. So with this together, it's going to make it possible. We're also going to make, again, that simple thing. I will show you how I make the hose, and I will let you know the dimensions that I am going to be using. And like I said, all this should be simple, should be an easy installation. Now I usually say that, so I hope that's how it goes. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make these hoses, or how I did them, how I altered this right here, the mount, and then we'll go ahead and install it. So I'll see you in the installation and on the preparation portion. Alright, so I finished drilling. So 15/64 is what I ended up using. This is going to be the perfect size to allow this to fit through. So I did skip this step, that way I know which one to drill, and that way I'll let you know which one. But I will be putting this back just to show you how to take it off, so don't worry about that. So for the mount, all we need to do, the very top drill a 15/64, and that's where we're gonna go with the mount. Alright, so for the PCV valve on the hole on top, the big one, you see this one has two. For the big one, I'm gonna go ahead and drill a 7/64. Now all over social media such as YouTube and some forums, I get different measurements on the drill bits that they should do. Now the reason I'm gonna go ahead and do this measurements is because one of my friends already did this with this exact measurements, and he has no complaints, everything has run smoothly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what he did and use this measurement, since I know he has a trusted source. So I'm gonna go the 7/64 on that one. Alright, so I'm gonna use these pliers instead. The other one's not as steady. There you go. First one is made. Again, 7/64. For the small holes, we're gonna go ahead and use a 5/64. Again, that is for the two small ones right here. So it should look something like this. And as you can see, that was pretty easy, pretty simple. Just have the right hardware. Okay, so now to mount this, we're going to use the top hose, and we're going to use these two to secure it in place. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Now this one, it's a 5/32 to secure these, and as you can see, really sturdy, really good. Now we're gonna get our little ones of these. Now you have a big size and a small size. We're gonna use this one. Alright guys, so I apologize, but I have skipped a couple of steps. I was explaining to the camera and it ended up not recording, so it happens. So pretty much what I did, I got this one, but again on the small ones, and I put this O-ring, which is what you see right here. Then I put a little bit of Teflon tape on the threads, and then with these, I just made sure it was good. Now I didn't over tighten it, so make sure you don't overdo it, but make sure they're tightened pretty good. As you can see, the O-rings are right there. The Teflon tape is also inside of there. That way we ensure that there's no leaks, and now everything is really sturdy. Nothing's falling off and nothing's going to leak. So for now, that's all I'm gonna do for today. This is a day before the actual installation. This is just like a preparation. All right, so this is gonna be our mounting point right here, and we're gonna have to get rid of this one. Now this one's just loose because again, I already took it out to give you the measurement for the mount. But pretty much this is a size 10. Put it under there, and with this one, just rotate it and rotate and rotate till it comes out, until it becomes easy with the hand. So as you can see, you're holding this one and twisting this one, or you can even hold this one and twist this one, but there's not that much angle. So the easiest way is to hold this one in place with one of them, and the other one you could twist. If you have a deep socket, you can probably reach to it, but my deep sockets don't reach, so that's why I did it like that. So that's the first step. Alright, so opening the catch can, we're gonna open it. We're gonna see this black compartment. If we unscrew that compartment, we unveil another compartment, which our media is gonna go there. I already cut it with some scissors. We're gonna put this in here. So this is our media, filtration media. Put it back. And there you go. Now we're ready to install this right here, which I'm about to do right now. And there you go, guys. That is not going anywhere. Now we're ready to go ahead and measure. This is the hose we're going to be cutting. This one right here. We're going to cut, and then tap into this one, route it to here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this hose out. If not out of the way, just disconnect it from the back and get it to come over here. That way we can manipulate everything a little bit better, and also change the PCV valve, which is at the end of this connection on that side. That's something that I'm going to be showing you here in a bit. Alright, so we're going to take these off. So now we're going to go ahead and unplug this. I'm going to show you. Alright, so here there's going to be a little clip. I'll show you when I take it off. Pull. And we're going to pull that off. And then this is going to be the end of the hose, and the PVC is right here, as you can see. So right now our focus is to get rid of this bundle right here, get it out, that way we can check it, and we're going to do our cuts and make sure our hoses fit. So that's going to be the next process. Alright, now so with some pliers, you're probably not going to be able to see this part. You're going to get some pliers. We're going to grab it and pull. And as you can see, it's already out. You see, it's not too bad, but that's because I cleaned it when I did my intake manifold spacer, so not that long ago, but you already see that I have oil. I already have oil there, and I cleaned it like 3 weeks ago. So we're gonna put this now back. There you go. So it takes some force. Make sure you push it out of the way, and it will get perfectly in there. And that's the new PCV valve right here, in case you can't see right here. And there you go, guys. That's the PCV. Now we're gonna go ahead and install this mechanism back in. For the clip, For the clip, this is the clip I was talking about. So you gotta, right here, you gotta move this. So there you go. We're gonna put it back and then cut and then run the hose into it, and that should be it. Hopefully that's as simple as it sounds. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and cut right here where the elbow is at, pretty much. A little bit over the elbow. We're gonna cut like that. So now we have the elbow, and then for this one, I want to cut as well by the elbow, pretty much like right here, somewhere around here. Around right here is fine. And there you go, guys. This is the cuts. Now we're gonna go ahead and probably get a little bit of insulation if we need to. It looks better. And then from here we're gonna get our hose, and we're gonna make this catch can work finally. Alright, guys, so now we're gonna cut this hose right here. So what I'm gonna do to get measurements more accurate, and I mean I'm never gonna use this hose again, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half, and that should be enough for both ways, and then we'll cut even more once we have one of them installed. So this is pretty much half right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. There you go. It's cut. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the catch can and install maybe from the PCV first. That way it's easier, and then we'll install it to the catch can. Alright, so here is the back one, and believe it or not, it's a really good fitment. And I don't think I mentioned the size. It's 6 AN or AN6. Push it all the way we can. See, that should be enough. Pretty much, it's pretty much done till here, so that's good. Now we're gonna run this one. So now it's tightened pretty good. Thing is not going anywhere. Now these hairs, they do kind of bother me, but I do have some other accessories coming in to fix all this. I'll probably give you a little update on one of the videos, just mention it. It's not something big, but I do have things to make sure these hoses look a lot better. But they are coming from China. I'm gonna try them out from China. They're a lot cheaper, and I'm gonna see if that works. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and install this. You see, this is pretty good actually. So I'm amazed with this. I'm gonna install this in the back, and we're gonna have and make our cuts for this one. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so a little quick update. 2.0. So I added a little bit of electrical tape just to make it look better. I don't know if it's gonna seal any better, but it's gonna look a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and install it right now. Alright guys, so after manipulating this thing to get it out, I finally got it out. And as you can see, more oil, man. So I'm happy I'm doing this installation. This is a lot of oil that has been going through my engine. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this a little bit and then do the same thing for this one. Right now installing this. Twist this. And install this pretty good. And then we're gonna join it with this. And now we have our catch can almost installed. Now we need to do the connections right here, and we're ready to go. Alright, so doing a little bit of measurement. I'm gonna make it go down, and we still have enough curvature without stopping the flow. And then we're gonna cut a little bit after that. That way if we have to make any further adjustments, we can. With this one, same thing. Try to prevent the hose from bending as much. It don't matter if it has a little bit of extra looseness to it. If it's loose or if it has a little bit extra, it don't matter. As long as it don't touch nothing that's not supposed to, and as long as that it don't stop the flow. So that's what we need to do now. We're gonna go ahead and measure and cut. And there you go, guys. Alright guys, well guess what? The installation is done. So once again, it runs through here. Then this one turns out and runs over there. Now keep in mind that there is an inside and an outside. Okay, so outside is coming in here, the out, and the in is coming through there. So it would run like this. We're making it run in, filtration, and out. Alright, so before we start it up, I'm gonna start it up while I show you a little cold start, because I haven't started the car all day since this is in the morning. Give you a little cold start, then we'll come and check, make sure there's no leaks. Alright guys, so as you saw, everything is working good. I do hear a hissing sound from here. I don't know if it's normal, so I will have to contact my friend and ask if he hears a hissing sound, which would make sense since it's all the pressure. So if the hissing sound is normal, then we're good. If it's not normal, I mean, there's probably a hole somewhere around here, but I hear it all throughout the hose, so it's probably normal. So I'll keep you an update on that. So pretty much that's the install. If this is normal or not, I'll let you know on the final review. I am gonna run this catch can for about 3 weeks to see if it gets anything. That way I give you a little fast final review, but I will do a long-term review after months, so that way you know that. So there you go guys, this is the installation part. I'll see you on the final review. Alright guys, well, almost 2 weeks. I'm 1 day short from the 2-week mark, but this is a little quick update as well. So I added these little things, give it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing look, as well as these connectors. I will link these up on Amazon as well, but as you can see, that just makes it look a lot better, a lot cleaner. And I mean, it's still easier to get the catch can out of there. So I just want to let you an update on that. So anyway, we are a week in 6 days, so almost 2 weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's in here, and from there we're gonna see if this is worth it or not. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. And there you go guys, this is what's in here. As you can see, that's quite a bit. You see, that's quite a bit, so it's totally worth it. Go ahead and spend your little bit of time, a little bit of money, make this a maintenance thing. All that is what didn't go back into the engine, so just keep that in mind, that this is helping a lot. And also keep in mind that this is 2 weeks worth of oil and all that. Can you imagine how much a year, how much 2 years, how much since 2011, how much of this has been through all the engine? So this is really helping the engine a lot. So I would totally recommend to do this. I will give you a long-term update, but as you can see, 2 weeks, this is pretty good right here. Well, there you go guys, this is the catch can installation. Hope you liked and enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps this channel a lot, and it keeps me motivated to grow. But also don't forget that I do have an Instagram. Here on my Instagram, There's going to be content that does not make it to YouTube, but also you can contact me in a better way for faster response. So the sad truth is that lately I haven't been answering the comments. I haven't even checked them. I've been super busy with other personal stuff, but I'm trying to get to it. I finally got the time to record this little clip, so I'll be answering those comments as soon as I can. If you do have an emergency or anything you want to do, contact me through Instagram. It's directly through my phone, and I would answer a lot quicker. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is something that I offer to y'all for being my subscriber, for being my viewer. I offer pretty much a little bit of service for y'all because my knowledge is here to the internet for y'all. I'm not keeping it to myself, so I'm here to help. So yeah, guys, this is it for the video. I'll see you on the next video.